Hey guys, it is the first day of school. If you don't know who I am, my name is Fletcher Nelson and I am a third grade teacher in Minnesota. This vlog is gonna be our first week, which is only 2 days because it's Thursday, September 9th today. So I'll give you Thursday and Friday, just kind of show you and tell you about the activities that we did today and check in as the year goes on. So we normally have morning recess when kids get to school. They can eat breakfast, and if they're not eating breakfast or after they're done, they go outside until school starts at 8:15. But these first couple days, just so we can review playground expectations, they don't have morning recess. They come to our rooms at 7:55, and unless they're eating breakfast, and then they're there until school starts at 8:15. So today I had them do their lunch choice when they came in, and then just to kind of have something for them to do that wasn't too chaotic, I just gave them each a tub of Play-Doh and told them to make something at their tables while we waited for the rest of the students. That gave me a chance to check in with each student as they walked in, because I had the rest of the kids already occupied. I could make sure they made their lunch choice. It helped me for attendance and whatnot. So that was I really did like that as a way for them to come in, just something to do, and I could go around and ask them what they were making, so a good conversation starter. And then we had our morning meeting. We circled up, went around, said our names, and today we shared our favorite animal, because they obviously see the llamas all over my room, so some of them had questions about that, if it was my favorite animal. So we shared that this morning, and then it was time for them to go to music and gym. After music and gym, I took that opportunity to, actually they didn't have music gym, they had STEAM today, but specials. After specials, I'm just gonna kind of ramble through our day, sorry. We did the marshmallow challenge. If you're not familiar with that, you can just Google it, but they get 20 spaghetti noodles, a yard of string, yard of tape, and a marshmallow. They have to create a structure that will hold the marshmallow. You see who can make the tallest one. And I kind of went through that and told them I was looking for, collaboration, teamwork, problem solving, perseverance, all that, those good traits to have. I'll throw in some pictures here so you can see kind of what they did and how they worked through that. And that led us up to our, what do we do next? Oh, that led us up to just kind of going through, I did a slideshow about myself so they could get to know me a little bit better. And then we went through a little bit of our routines and procedures. I like to break it up where we talk about some of that stuff, do something fun. So we did about me, and then a little bit of routines and procedures. And then we had our morning recess time. And after that, then we had our snack time. And then after snack, that's when we did these task cards. So that allowed us to go around the room. They filled out some stuff. I got to know them. Those are from Ms. Fifth. They're in her TPT store. So we did those, and that pretty much brought us up to lunch. I just saw one of my coworkers through the window. Up to lunch. So again, in between these, we're doing different things to kind of get to know each other and whatnot. Oh, and we also finished our routines and procedures stuff for the first day before lunch. All right, this just feels like I'm rambling. So anyways, after lunch, they came in, and I always do my read aloud after lunch. So I started an I Survived book. I survived the attacks of September 11th because obviously that will be happening here soon. And then after that, I keep saying, and then after that, this is fun. But after I read, then we actually walked down to the beach. We played down there for a little bit, and then we came back. When we came back, we watched a little bit of Mystery Dog while they got drinks and stuff because it was hot out. And then I read this book to them. I read them A Letter from Your Teacher on the First Day of School. Awesome book, definitely recommend it. So I read that to them. And then that was pretty much the end of the day. Our routine, or end of the day and dismissal is a lot different this year. So I went over that and just explained to everybody where they would be going, because we all went to a different classroom, and depending on how they get picked up or how they leave. So it took a while to go over that. Packed up, cleaned up the room, and we were off for the first day. So we did not get through a lot of the things I had planned. I'll show you what my schedule originally looked like, and then I guess I have things to do tomorrow now. So this was my original plan. We did do our morning meeting. We did get through those slides. We had specials. We did do the STEM challenge. I kind of wanted to introduce the secret stories at this time. I thought maybe that would have been a good point, but I didn't do that. I didn't even read this book to the end of the day. So this just goes to show that you can't really plan out when the secret stories are going to come up or introduce them. But that was my idea, but it didn't work out. We did have our outside and snack time, practice routines and procedures. We did the first day task cards. We did some just dances, washed our hands, went to lunch. We did come in and do our read aloud, and we did not do the tower stacking challenge. We did not do the self-portrait art. We did not read the second book I thought we would. We ended up reading this book then. So I can read this book tomorrow, I can do the self-portraits tomorrow and the tower stacking tomorrow. The self-portraits we're gonna do are from artprojectsforkids.org. This is kind of what they'll look like. And then I have these colored pencils. I have one for each of them, so they'll be able to use these when they do their self-portrait. So hopefully we'll get those done tomorrow and I can show you. Then after we read Art Class as a Family, that'll lead to a good discussion on kind of making our classroom rules. And then I have these bracelets for each of them. These were like, I don't even remember, like $5 on Amazon for a pack of 20. So I already have mine on. So our can be our Class as a Family little thing. Get it? Anyways, I'm tired. I need to go home and go to bed. But at least I have everything ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. It was a good day. Great class. Had a lot of fun with them. It's just, you forget how exhausting the beginning of the year is, and doing all like those getting to know you and filling in time filler type things, but they're important to build those relationships. And I want my kids to have a mix of getting to know the classroom routines and procedures, but I also want them to have fun. So I think we did a good job at that today. So back at it tomorrow. See you then. All right, good afternoon. Day 2 is complete. I'm about to take off here in a few minutes, but it was actually a really good day. I mean, yesterday was a good day as well, but just, you know, going over those routines and procedures yesterday and then them being able to use them today was, I don't know, awesome. They did a really good job. It was a fun day. I am obviously tired, but it was really just a good day. So we had a school-wide assembly this morning. We haven't been able to do that for, you know, all of COVID, but we were finally able to today. So it was really cool having all the kids together for that. And then this morning I read the book Our Class as a Family, which I was planning on reading yesterday but did not get to. And then I had these bracelets for all of us afterwards, just kind of, and it tied in well because our assembly talked about how our school is a family, but we're also a team. And so that conversation is tied in well with what went on at that assembly. So we read that, and then the next thing we did is we talked about why we read, which I'll show you right here. These were the reasons that we came up with. Also, just this mess still, but anyways, these are the reasons they came up with for why we read. And then after that, we talked about reading stamina and about how long you can do something without needing a break, and how right now some of us maybe didn't read a whole lot over the summer, so we might need to build our stamina, and that's okay. And then we practiced doing read to self. And whenever I do this, I always time them, and I tell them I'm looking for the whole class to have good reading stamina, and when I see somebody break that stamina, I stop the stopwatch, and I never say who it was. I just stop it, and then I write it up on the board. So these were some of our times. So we had 44 seconds, and then we had 2 minutes and 48 seconds, 2 minutes and 53 seconds, and our best so far is 5 minutes and 38 seconds. But this is a good way to get kids really just kind of focused on staying focused on their book and not getting distracted. And to go along with the distractions, I purposely try to distract them. And I do tell them that after the first time. I say, there might be things that happen while we're reading, like someone comes in or the lights get turned off or something falls, and if those things happen, it's important just to be able to stay focused in your book. So I kind of walk around, and they always love this part, and I try to distract them. Like I fake tripped, and that was what got them at their 2-minute one. And then I turned on my music and then turned it off. I turned the lights off and then back on, and they get really good at not losing their focus and staying in their book. Even if they like stop reading when it's happening to kind of like think about what's going on, they keep their eyes on their book. And I don't know, it just ends up being a good thing for the rest of the year, because if we're doing read to self and someone walks in to ask me a question, they don't stop reading. They get used to reading through the distractions. So they have a lot of fun with it, and they always want to beat themselves. So after that 2:53, they're like, can we do it again? Can we do it again? And I like give them a couple of seconds. All right, if you want to, get some wiggles out. And that's when they got up to that 5 minutes. So it's a really good way to build your reading stamina. Again, I never say who broke it. I just say, oh, I saw someone break stamina. We're gonna try one more time, and we go for it. So it's worked really well for me. I have done that pretty much since my first year of teaching. I maybe started like my second year, third year. But otherwise, I feel like if you just tell them to just go read, it's hard for them to know what's expected, if that makes sense. Then we had our snack break, and we went outside for our morning recess. And then when we came inside, I decided to try to get our Chromebook set up, because I had 2 pairs in my room at that point, and that could be a nightmare because they didn't know their school email, which is set up in a specific sequential way, and they have to get logged in once, and then after that it remembers everything, and they just need their password. So we went through that whole process, and that took a lot longer than I thought. I knew it would take a long time, but it still took longer than I thought. And that pretty much put us right up to lunch. So once they got theirs logged in, I just let them go on like ABC, yeah? ABC, yeah? Is that how you say it? And they were able to do that while I went around and helped other kids who were having difficulties. So, but now we should be set. And then after lunch and recess, I read some of the I Survived the Attacks September 11th. We did a couple Just Dances. Then we did our art project. It was that self-portrait one, and I gave them each their own thing of those colored pencils, like the skin tone colored pencils to use and to keep for throughout the year. This is what mine looks like. It's not great. Like, does this look like me? Because I did this myself. My nose is a little pointy. We probably worked on those for about like 45 minutes, and some finished, a lot didn't. So when I'm reading our chapter book, like next week, I'll let them keep coloring while I read. And then following that, we did a Kahoot about me. It's questions about myself, like favorite coffee, favorite snack, favorite restaurant, how old am I, how many siblings do I have? And that was kind of a fun way to end the day. So again, these days are going by fast. It'll be nice next week kind of getting into more of our actual routine, ease out, because we've been doing a lot of brain breaks, like whether it's a Just Dance or a Mystery Dog or whatever, but obviously they need that, I need that, so we'll start fading those out and getting into our regular schedule. So, do I know what I'm gonna do next week yet? No. Future Fletcher's problem. So it looks like I'm gonna have to work one day over this week, at least to get Monday planned, and then I can plan the rest of the week on Monday during prep. Because that assembly was during our prep today, we were the lucky ones who got part of it cut, so we only had about 10 or 12 minutes of prep today, which isn't ideal, but it's all right. Anyways, it's Friday, 2 days done, and yeah, I'm gonna go home and sleep. So see you next time, bye.